We are 10 weeks into football, and again, we still don't know who's good. I know I messed the graphic up. This is week 10 of the Power Scale, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give a shout out? It is finally hoodie weather. I've been waiting to wear hoodies all year. Comment your top 10 down in the comments. Let me know who's good, who's bad, who's up, and who is down. Don't forget, like and subscribe. We just went through a week of football where, again, no clue who's good. The Packers get popped by the Panthers. Great example right there. Starting at number 10, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome back to our top 10. I actually can't remember. I think I had them in the top 10 going into week 1. I can't remember if they won. I don't know how long they stayed in our top 10. Couldn't have been past 10 weeks. But welcome back, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The defense is starting to get it together. I think the trade for Kyle Duggar is good. They traded for Kyle Duggar, right? The Steelers are the team that traded for Kyle Duggar, right? I'm hoping that is a massive pickup for them. The offense is starting to get a little bit better. I would have liked to see them make a move for another wide receiver at the trade deadline. But Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers, he can get this guy, that guy, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth option, the ball. If the O-line gives him the opportunity, if the run game can get going, this team has absolute upside potential. Pittsburgh Steelers locking back in our top 10. At number 9, the little baby Detroit Lions. I am 100% correct about this team. I don't care how mad it makes you. You hit them in their mouth. You take their run game away, and Jared Goff, the bus driver quarterback, because that's what Jared Goff is. He's not one of those guys. They're going to go out there and make the plays that need to make the plays when they need to be made. Is going to fumble. He's going to fold. He's going to turn the ball over. When you take away that play action, this team goes from an A+ team down to a C- team. The Lions taking a massive fall in our rankings, I believe, from number 4 all the way down to number 9. Jared Goff. At number 8, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bake sale, big Baker Mayfield. My concern with this team right now is the offense looks good, but how long can it sustain looking good with your number 1 wide receiver being a rookie? Your past number 1 wide receiver, Mike Evans, on the IR, essentially out for the rest of the year. Another number 1 wide receiver you could have, Chris Godwin. Will he ever return to full form? This team is so battered and beat up and still one of the most explosive, entertaining offenses in the league. Can the defense sustain the level it's playing at? If it can, the sky is the limit. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers fall victim to our bye-week D rank, moving from, I believe, number 7 to number 8. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bake sale, big Baker Mayfield at the big number 8 in the big top 10. At number 7, the Kansas City Chiefs, looking to be, I'm assuming, the first team to ever go back to back to back to back. I'm not saying they're winning back to back to back to back. I'm saying they're going back to back to back to back. Kansas City Chiefs, little banged up in the running back room. Hopefully Kareem Hunt can propel this team forward in the run game. Very surprised they didn't make a massive splash for Breece Hall at the trade deadline or any alignment, something that was going to upgrade this team to the next level. But we know Andy Reid is a big guy talking about, I don't need you to go out there and be the playmaker. You just go out there and make a play when we call your number, and you don't got to have super high-level names on the team when that is your mentality. Travis Kelce still looking as good as ever. You got Rashee Rice stepping perfectly back into his role, looking absolutely amazing. You got guys, Kareem Hunt doing his job, the defense starting to do their job, guys starting to stand out and go out there and make the plays when they need to make them. The Kansas City Chiefs do fall victim to the Buffalo Bills, as they do every year. We know how this goes in the regular season. Then Patrick Mahomes goes out there and puts, say it with me, chat, belt to ass to the Buffalo Bills in playoffs. So my Kansas City Chiefs at number 7. At number 6, the Denver Broncos. I'm still not sold on this offense. The run game is there. The pass game is so iffy. Can Bo Nix make the plays before the fourth quarter? If this team could play good football before the fourth quarter, they would be blowing everyone out because the defense is so phenomenal. Of course, they played the Texans last week. It was a close game. 2 of the most elite top-level defenses, I would personally say defense 1, defense 2, potentially in the league going against each other. But 2 of the potential worst offenses in the league going against each other. Denver's not good at moving the ball. The Houston Texans aren't good at moving the ball. It was a kind of defensive battle all game. The Denver Broncos come out and get it done. That's why they are number 6 on our power scale, because the defense is so dominant. At number 5, we have the Buffalo Bills, in a team that I say week in, week out, Josh Allen, the second best quarterback in the league. I'm going to potentially keep Patrick Mahomes up there. What Josh Allen does for this team with the coaching, with the team around him, coaching isn't amazing, guys. It's not. Defense is terrible. You got guys that will go out there and make plays. Joey Bosa finally showed up last week. Holy hell, thank God for the Buffalo Bills. They're starting to have guys stand out on that defense, on a defense that they play really good team ball when they're hot, but when they're not hot, they're getting absolutely torched. The offense, the wide receiver room, like who? Who's out there? Shakir, Coleman, James Cook, dog. Josh Allen, dog. How long can Josh Allen carry this offense on his back? This is why they have such, the defense is why they can't have as much success in the postseason as the Chiefs. The offense is why they can't have as much success in the postseason as the Chiefs, because Josh Allen's just throughout the whole year having to carry this team on his back. Buffalo Bills at number 5. At number 4, the reigning, defending Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts and the boys, again, a team falling victim to the bye week on our power scale, I believe falling from number 3 to number 4. Jalen Hurts finally getting the, we saw this exact same thing happen to him last year. It's just happening a little bit later in the year this year. Week 1, week 2 looked amazing. Week 3, week 4, belt to ass, didn't look great. Then they started to slowly get it together and just didn't lose a game until they went and beat the brakes off the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I think that is the trajectory the Philadelphia Eagles are going right now. They're probably my favorite to go back to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is going to get back to protecting the ball, running the ball. Saquon Barkley is not going to be looking this bad forever. He is potentially injured, but when you got a core around him, you can essentially let him get healthy, let these other guys get some touches, and Saquon doesn't have to be the absolute workload going forward. Just him being on the field draws massive attention. A.J. Brown's getting going. Devontae Smith, I mean, one of the most slept-on wide receivers in the league. I think he could go to 30 other teams and be a wide receiver 1. Just absolute amazing skill, can stretch the field, can run through the middle of the field, through the on the outside of the field. Just the way he stretches the field is ridiculous, stretching the field next to A.J. Brown. This team is created. Oh, and by the way, they went and got Jair Alexander. They went and bolstered the things on the defense they needed to bolster. This team is absolutely committed to making another Super Bowl run. At number 3, the New England Patriots, a team that I said, personally, I just realized the team I left off this list is pretty funny. We'll see if y'all figure out what team I left off the list down in the comments. At number 3, the New England Patriots, a team that is looking absolutely ridiculous for a sophomore quarterback, a new head coach, wide receiver core coming into the year didn't look great. Defense, super young. This team is firing on all cylinders. In a league right now where the good teams are getting beat by the bad teams. The bad teams can't beat the bad teams, but they can beat the good teams. This is a team that's beating the good teams. This is a team that's beating the bad teams. This is a team that we're going to have to see how much success they can have in the postseason. Are they going to be coached up enough to have success in the postseason? New England Patriots led off the big back of Big Drake May. This team has a lot of potential moving forward. New England Patriots at number 3. At number 2, we have the L.A. Rams, a team that we had not ranked, and I decided, you know what, we're going to throw them up here at number 2. And I want to throw an honorable mention. If you haven't guessed what team I actually... We'll talk about the team I left off the list at the recap. At number 2, the L.A. Rams. That Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua connection is ridiculous. Building a connection with Devontae Adams is going to be insane for them down the stretch. Just another guy in Matthew Stafford. You can get this guy the ball. The run game is ridiculous. The O-line is performing. The defense taking a massive step from what they were last year. And last year, when they could have went in there and upset the Philadelphia Eagles, this is a team that is just getting better and better. As time goes on, can Matthew Stafford get an MVP? Can he get one more ring? I believe he's already a solidified Hall of Famer, and he is our number 2 team in the league. And we are not moving too far from the division to get our number 1 team. Can I get the 12s in the comments, ladies and gentlemen? Because our Seattle Seahawks are back at number 1. Sam Darnold and the boys. If Sam Darnold can just protect the ball, the sky is the limit for this team, led by JSN. And we make a massive splash in free agency for Rashid Shaheed. I think this is a big pickup for this team. Another guy that can stretch the field. We just need to get the run game more consistent. We need to get K9 more involved. We need to get Charbonnet better yards per carry, right? O-line doing a phenomenal job from what I thought they were going to look like this year. And the defense. I know we talked about the Texans being number 1. I know we talked about the Broncos being number 2. You can lump Seattle Seahawks in there in the 1, 2, and the 3. This team is poised for greatness this year. I might be a little too far ahead of myself. I'm feeling a Super Bowl run on the cusp, and that is really going to come behind. Can Sam Darnold protect the ball down the stretch? Can Sam Darnold go out here and win this division? Can Sam Darnold perform in the playoffs? Can I get the 12s in the comments from all my Seattle Seahawks fans? Ladies and gentlemen, that is our week 9 power scale. Comment your top 10 teams down in the comments. Here's our recap. Who is too high? Who is too low? We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 10 Steelers, 9 Lions, Bucks, Chiefs, Broncos, 5 Bills, Eagles, Patriots, Rams, and at number 1, my Seattle Seahawks. What I need y'all to do now, I'm not going to tell y'all what team. I just realized I accidentally left off, but I'm going to let you comment that team down in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, for weekly updates, daily updates, like and subscribe.